I got a question for y'all real quick. Do y'all watch, I mean, obviously if you're watching this show on YouTube, but do y'all prefer Twitch streamers or YouTubers? Me personally, I think YouTubers are better because like YouTube content is actually meant for like long term, like for Corey Kenshin, for example. Someone can go and like rewatch Corey Kenshin's videos years later, like in like Berleezy too. Like I was just watching Berleezy's Danganronpa series, and he released that shit like 8 years ago. You know what I'm saying? You don't see nobody really like. We don't see nobody like rewatching a Kai Cenat stream from like years ago and shit. I mean, obviously, unless it's a big one like the sleepover with Kevin Hart and Trisky and shit. Today we got when YouTubers take over streaming. I've been seeing this a lot. Speed was a YouTube streamer. DDG, Agent Duke, and I think Flight Reacts too, bro. This shit's getting crazy.
In a world where YouTubers are becoming less and less popular, while streamers have been running the internet for the past few years. Streamers like Aiden Ross, Kai Cenat, and Asho Speed are prime examples of this whole culture shift happening, and this even inspires some.
I forgot Kai was a YouTuber first. He used to be yelling in his room and shit, bro. I don't think I could ever muster up the energy to like yell at the top of my lungs like that, bro.
Some of the biggest YouTubers to switch career paths as well. But why are all these older YouTubers switching to a streaming career, and which ones are seeing the most success? Well, that's probably why you're here. And if you
want me to keep it a buck, the reason I feel like YouTubers are going to streaming is because you get more money. I think it's all about the money. Like, you know, people that are passionate about YouTube just stay on YouTube. I don't do Twitch, even though I'm not really that big. I don't do Twitch, bro. Twitch is not for me because I like, you know, this is kind of like a hobby to me, like a passion. Like I'm passionate about making videos. Like, you know, one day I want to move on from just videos. Like YouTube videos aren't all I want to do. Maybe I will get into streaming, but if I get into streaming, it would be for something like different. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe recording my gameplay live and all that, you know. But I do got some goals I want to achieve, and YouTube is just the start of it. But like, if you want my clear-cut answer on why YouTubers are going to streaming, it's for more money, bro.
New to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join the trap house with the biggest trapper. And while you're at it, don't forget to click that very first link down below in my description to join my Discord server and become an official member of the community. Now with all of that being said, let's get into when YouTubers switch over to streaming. So as I mentioned in the intro, the internet will start to shift over to streaming from YouTube back in like 2002.
I got a question for y'all. Do y'all think that streaming is bigger than rappers now? Like, do you think Kai Cenat has more popularity than like an average mainstream rapper like Travis Scott or I know who does. Speed just went to China, bro, and all those people were all over him. I don't think. And then Travis Scott, you got the video of Travis Scott where he's standing in the middle of the road. Nobody knew that dude.
20 when streamers like Aiden Ross will start emerging. Aiden quickly blew up after playing NBA 2K with Bronny James, of course the son of the greatest basketball player of all time, LeBron James. In fact, Aiden's career would completely jumpstart after playing a 2K wager with Bronny.
No, Aiden's career jumpstarted. I remember Aiden's career jumpstarted when he was doing all those gay jokes back in like 2021, 2020. And that's all he would do is just gay shit. And it was just like, people ate that shit up, bro.
Even getting to speak to LeBron James after the big win they got together.
Now that I said that, I'm starting to realize that like the reason that more people are becoming famous is like they kind of doing like humiliation rituals to get to the level they're at. Speed was doing all that shit in his room. Aiden was making all those gay jokes. Kai was yelling from the top of his fucking lungs. You know, some people had to do some embarrassing shit to get where they're at.
What's good, bro?
It's LeBron?
He said, is this LeBron?
Yo, first of all, I gotta say, gigantic fan. I love you. I don't want to be a fanboy, but like, I love you.
Nah, it's all respect, man. I appreciate it, man.
And look,
showing love and respect to me and my son.
That's right. Look, listen, me and B, we swept them, and we did it for Cleveland.
And after this, Aiden Ross will end up going on an insane run, becoming the biggest streamer in the entire world and doing various forms of content with multiple different celebrities and rappers as well. And this is where streaming would really begin changing, because after this, we would start seeing other streamers emerge as well, such as Casanat and IShowSpeed. And this is where streaming really began taking over the entire internet, because these streamers began doing content that the world has never really seen before live. There was a point in time in the internet where you could only get on YouTube and see certain forms of content, but with these streamers blowing up and doing the things they did on stream, they will begin bringing the YouTube style of content over to the live streaming world. As we all know, streaming used to look a lot different back in the day, with most of the creators on streaming platforms either gaming or doing reactions live on stream, but now things have completely changed.
One thing about streaming is, like, I want to meet somebody who actually watches, like, live streams and stuff. Because, like, I just think, I take it back to my daily life, and, like, I get off, you know, obviously when you're around my age, like, 18 or basically 16 and up, you got school, you got work, you got jobs. Like, I don't ever see myself, like, getting off of my job, my 10-hour shift, coming home and turning on a live stream to watch somebody. I'm usually, like, I'll do something else. Like, I'll watch a YouTube video because I can pause, leave, come back to it later. Play the game, watch TV, like a movie or something. I don't... People who watch live streams, tell me, like, what's the point of that?
Streamers like Speed will begin traveling all over the entire world, doing all of this vlog style content in various countries. A style of content that would have really only been accessible on YouTube for a long time is now accessible to everyone to watch live basically every day. And that's not something that a lot of people was used to seeing on a lot.
This is going to be a mythical legendary pool, bro. My favorite IRL streamer is Gianna Lee. I used to watch her a lot back in the day. I haven't watched her. Obviously, I just said I don't watch live streams. But, like, I remember she used to pop up, and I used to watch her shit on Twitch, bro. I love Gianna. Gianna, if you see this, I love you. But no, I just got to give her flowers, bro.
Live stream. And of course there's Casanat, who's completely revolutionized streaming in multiple ways, including his multiple bit scaled high production streaming marathons, along with featuring some of the biggest celebrities and rappers into his content over the years as well. All of these things will lead to Casanat becoming not only the most subscribed Twitch streamer of all time, but also basically making him a borderline household name at this point. He's been featured in all different types of commercials and is partnered with some of the biggest companies in the world, such as McDonald's and Nike. He's been featured in major sporting events like NBA All-Star Weekend, and he's even rumored to be in the upcoming movie with Kevin Hart.
I want you to be a part of the process so you can understand the process, and after you do this with me, go do it yourself. Go do it and figure out ways to, you know, do it with the other people that you're around. But
one of my goals is to be one of the best actors ever one day. I'm saying that here first. You gotta manifest that shit, bro.
It's like putting them in a position to be what they are and be the first to come over the bridge.
Now, it's crazy to think prior to all of this streaming success that Casanat had, he was at one point a YouTuber before he even thought about live streaming. Casanat posted his first ever YouTube video to his main channel over 7 years ago, and since then he was extremely consistent on YouTube trying to make a name for himself, and eventually he did end up making a very good name for himself on YouTube. But once he switched to streaming, his life would completely change forever, only posting about 3 videos within the last year to his main channel, but instead he will become extremely consistent with his live.
All those videos have more millions than most rappers will ever get.
Live streaming, becoming, as I said, the most subscribed Twitch streamer of all time, while also accumulating over 12 million subscribers on his live channel. This is of course the channel where he posts all of the highlights from his live streams, and this channel would completely pass his main channel in subscriber count, which is kind of crazy to think about considering how hard he worked on that main channel for years. And I think the growth of streamers like Casanat would really be the wake-up call for a lot of YouTubers. Like, I really think this was the turning point where a lot of YouTubers began to realize how much more popular streaming was becoming rather than creating YouTube content, and not to mention how much money these streamers were making as well. It seemed as if it was almost some sort of money glitch, because with streaming you're getting paid in multiple ways.
There's the thing about streaming, bro. You know, it's like for Belize, for example, I like these are the main ones that come off my head. I reuse like the same 3 people. Belize, for example, bro. Dude goes on a stream. He streams to people that like watching streams, and then he basically like plays a game and then uploads it to YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's kind of like, I understand that though. Like, that's kind of 2 for 1 right there. You know, you appeal to 2 audiences: people that like watching other people live, and then like people like me, for example, who really ain't tuned in on Twitch all the time. You know, upload the video on YouTube so I can watch it, you know, whenever. You know what I'm saying?
Because in most cases on YouTube, you're only really getting paid from ad revenue or like sponsorships and things like that. Whereas on Twitch, you're getting paid in multiple ways. You could sign a big deal with one of the streaming platforms. You could get donations, subscriptions, ad revenue, and not to mention you could also just do the biggest money glitch of them all, which is starting a live channel, a place where you could edit your entire live stream and just post the highlights on there. And viewers who aren't able to make the live stream or want to go back and rewatch the live stream could just go watch all the clips there, basically making you double the money for doing half the work. And with all of these important factors coming into play, a lot of these older YouTubers who've been doing YouTube
Who is that? Someone tell me who that is. I like
years began to see how well this was working out for the newer generation, and they would decide to give it a try as well. Now, of course, the first person I have to mention in this is DDG. He's probably the best example of a primary YouTuber switching over to streaming thus far, because he's been on the internet for years, dating all the way back to like 10 years ago when he first graduated high school. He managed to remain relevant on the internet all the way up to this point.
Damn.
He's lived
10 years ago, DDG's nigga.
through multiple eras on the internet, and he's managed to be around all of these poppin' streamers while they started their careers as well. And with being a big motivation to these streamers and being around them early in their careers and everything like that, this would motivate DDG to give streaming a try as well. After streaming off and on for a little while, DDG finally started seeing real live stream success just a few months ago, when he would start having various girls on stream along with some of his closest friends, and this would lead to him and his friends dirty macking each other or playing defense on each other, basically making each other look bad in front of the girl, so the girl would end up choosing them instead of their friend.
Yeah.
I think the first date is the first step.
I think it's finding them girls that is that Dub? He looked like Don Toliver a bit in the face.
It don't matter if you have sex on the first date or not.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, can you scoot over a little bit? This your purse? Can I move? Oh shit, my bad.
Nigga bald, bro.
Nice to meet you.
Shook his head. That nigga shook his head. He already knew it was up. I'm out too, bro. Fuck you, just smack off my cap. Fuck you, nigga.
Now, these clips would go viral all over social media and rapidly increase DDG's streaming success. This would all lead up to this point where DDG is one of the most popular streamers right now, averaging thousands of views. And he's even doing his own like 7-day subathon, which is currently going great for him. I think he's accumulated over 25,000 subscribers already. And because of this success and the content he's been creating live on stream, this definitely has him as the front runner for breakout streamer of the year. But this isn't the only older YouTuber who's been going viral on the internet for their stream clips at all.
Who's Zias and B.
Because a popular duo who goes by the name of Zias and B. Lou will also start emerging recently in the streaming world as well. Now, if you're unfamiliar with these creators, they've been one of the most popular reaction channels on YouTube for years now. I think they have like 5 million subscribers, but they began becoming extremely inconsistent on YouTube about 2 to 3 years ago.
Yeah, bro, the thing about reaction channels is like, whenever you react a lot to just certain shit, like, it gets copyrighted, so you're really not making no bread from it, you know what I'm saying? You're basically doing the work for free. Anyways, guys, if you made it this far into the video, like, subscribe, and I love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for showing me so much support, bro. This shit means a lot to me. Y'all mean a lot to me, and I love just being able to find time to make videos, edit, and post them for you guys that actually watch my shit. Like, I really appreciate that. Anyways, leave a comment or your thoughts. Like, do you really think YouTubers are taking over streaming, and do you think YouTube is starting to die? I heard someone say that yesterday, like, YouTube's starting to die. No, YouTube will never die, bro. I don't see any circumstance where YouTube ends. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, y'all have a good one. Peace.
Brand new, this new place I got to